Alright, what's up guys, gals, whatever. Figured I'd do a quick video just to kind of update you guys on some of the shit that I've done to my bike so far. I wouldn't say that it's completely finished, but it's almost where I want it to be. And I'll just kind of show you guys a few things that have kind of disappointed me, or just some shit that I feel like should be said about Harley, or my bike in particular at least. So usually start from the front. I'll start from the back this time. Yeah, from the back. So you can see there, or here, I have a little sissy bar, which has like a little Punisher skull looking thing on it. Hopefully you guys can see that. That is cheap as fuck. And then I got the little luggage rack to go with it. Never mind the cargo net and shit. But I think the luggage rack was like 35 bucks, and the sissy bar with the mounts was like 60 bucks, which is absolutely cheap as fuck. And it's all solid steel. Seems like it's good shit. And my passenger has actually told me that it is much more comfortable to ride with the sissy bar than without, and it actually helps her back and shit. So no more back pain, at least for moderate rides. This is just like a little $10 bungee net that I got, that I leave on there because it has come in handy more times than I can admit, and I've only been having it for maybe a couple of weeks. I've already used it like fucking 10 times. So the cargo net, if you don't have one of those somewhere on your bike, you probably are missing out. I got these. These are just some ROK bungee straps, and they're adjustable. Also comes in really handy. And then you can see my passenger seat. It might look familiar to some of you, especially if you've ever seen an Iron 883, or I guess pretty much any Sportster with a passenger seat. So I got the seat on here, and I just attached it. I took the bracket off of the old seat that the pillion was on and attached it to my seat, and it worked out just fine. It looks kind of weird having two different styles on there, but I don't think it looks horrible. And I don't know if you know, but seats for Harley motorcycles are absolutely fucking ridiculously expensive. And I just wasn't at the time willing to spend that much money on a fucking passenger seat. And I actually got the pegs here with it. And if you don't know, changing or putting on or taking off passenger pegs from a Sportster is an absolute fucking nightmare, because of the position of the bolts in there. But that's another story. But anyway, I got the pegs, the mounts, and the passenger seat for $100 from a buddy of mine who has an 883. So that's nice. You know, if I were to buy like a whole seat, like a Mustang seat or whatever the fuck, that's at least 250 bucks. Plus, if you get the pegs from Harley, that's like another 250 bucks, and that's just fucking stupid. I took my lower belt guard off. No real reason. It was just like an ugly piece of plastic, and I didn't want it on there. Underneath here, right underneath this fucking, I don't know what the fuck that's called. Swing arm? I don't know. Anyway, right here there used to be a big fucking ugly reflector on each side, and right here under the rear fender, I took all of that dumb shit off because reflectors are fucking hideous. You can see the Bassani exhaust. I've already done a video on that. If you're interested in watching it, go ahead and find it on my fucking videos. Maybe I'll put a link in the description or in the video, whatever. Arlen Ness, big sucker air intake. It was hot as fuck in that sun. But I really like the way it looks, and with the combo of that, the exhaust, and can you see this little motherfucker right here, which is the Vance & Hines Fuel Pack FP3 for Sportsters or Harleys or whatever the fuck it's for. So the combination with the fuel pack, the exhaust, and the intake, it is very noticeable to me anyway, especially on the 1200. It's definitely worth, you know, what I paid for everything. So if you're interested in getting a little bit more horsepower and getting some better sound at the same time, Bassani and the fuel pack and all that shit should do it for you. You can see underneath right here I have a button right near my seat, and then it lights up. It just lights up my engine a little bit at night. And there's red and white, red or white, and then off, whatever. No big deal, just some little cheap ass lights. What else? I got the Superman stickers on there. That's just something that I put on almost all my vehicles because I kind of like Superman. As far as I can tell, I think that's everything that's on my bike so far. So since we're here talking about kind of the status of my bike and the upgrades and shit, I figured I'd talk about the shit that pisses me off so far. It's not really having any problems running or anything like that anymore. And this is a bike that I have like a couple thousand miles on it, maybe 2,000 or 3,000. Well, it's more than 2, probably 3,000 or 4,000 miles on it, whatever. And this fucking battery box cover, the left clip just fucking refuses to stay in there. So you're riding down the road and then poop, and it's popped out. And I actually have had one time whenever I was riding down the road and my fucking battery cover was just hanging like that because both of the clips just came undone. But so that's fucking annoying. It's really, really aggravating. And the last thing I want to show you guys is this fucking plug right here. I don't know what it connects, but apparently it's like it connects the fucking ECU to everything or something, because this clip on the top side used to have a little bottom piece that would hook this, and apparently this fucking plug is pretty important because I was at this very same fucking spot and my bike just went ape shit and started, like, the lights all started flickering and clicking and everything just fucking died. And I was like, well, I'm fucked. Like, it's pretty much leaving me on the side of the road. That was it. I mean, my bike was fucking out of commission. Couldn't figure out what the fuck was wrong. It was nighttime, so I just got in here and just started wiggling shit around, and thank God it started again. And the next day when I looked at it, I realized that this fucking clip was broken and this plug had been backing out. So I had to put a fucking zip tie around the entire plug to hold it up in there. And I think if you have to put a fucking zip tie on a brand new bike just to keep it running, it's kind of bullshit, and it pissed me the fuck off. But if your bike, like, all the lights would flicker and turn off and everything was acting like fucking crazy, like something was just wrong, and then the bike would die like 50 times in a second, like it would want to die, but it was kind of rolling, so it would kick back on, and it was just this fucking plug right here was just backing out and vibrating, and it fucked me. Like, I mean, basically, if I wouldn't have had the sense to get in here and wiggle some shit around, I would have had to fucking tow my bike home. And I think it's bullshit for a brand new, pretty much, bike. So, if you have some problems, check your fucking, these little plastic shitty ass fucking plugs might have just broken on you, and you can just push them in and get home and then figure it out from there. Yeah, so that's all I got. This battery cover is fucking garbage and it really pisses me off. But other than that, and that piece of shit plug, the bike's running great. So there you guys go. I figured I'd make a quick, simple video, not necessarily quick. These videos where you stop and look at shit or talk about shit are generally a lot easier to edit. because you don't have to ride. You know, when you're riding and vlogging, you have to stop, and you stop talking, or you get distracted or whatever. So it usually takes hours to make a vlog and then fucking hours to edit it. Whereas these little, you know, just look at this, look at that, this is what I did. These videos are just simple. So I figured I'd make a simpler video since I haven't been uploading very much in a while. And since we're here, I'll give you guys a listen to that exhaust in case you haven't heard it. See if I can show you guys. So I had problems with the stock exhaust scraping, and you can see the Bassani still scrapes, just not as much, but it does still scrape the fucking ground on right there on the end cap. So that's disappointing, but you know, it's underneath, it's not that big a deal, and you can change the end caps, and it hasn't scratched up here yet, so that's nice. Hopefully it doesn't. But anyway, just a quick update. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any suggestions or something else that I missed or something you want to know about, just comment and I'll try and get to it. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.